Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about surge protectors, and in particular ones that claim that they can filter out the electricity to give you a purer signal and cleaner sound. So I was in, I am going to name and shame, I was in a place called JB Hi-Fi here in Australia, and I was talking to the sales attendant there, and apparently he plays guitar, so he tells me. So anyway, I was talking to him about buzz. I said, man, sometimes I got some 60 cycle hum in some of my pedals, and it's really annoying. And he's like, oh, well, he goes, you know what works really, really well is getting one of the, this is in particular here, Belkin, I don't even know what it is, Pure AV. It's a surge protector and basically a line cleaner. So it's apparently this little box here is going to get the electricity, remove any spikes, and give us a nice, pure, clean signal, is what he told me. So you can see here, it's just a little tiny box. This one's for a television sort of thing there. At the top, it's got a little light, little LED protection and ground to let you know that they're connected. So I thought, all right, I'll purchase it, see how it goes. Now, mind you, this was $50 for this little tiny thing, $50. Unfortunately, I can't really pry it open to see how it's made because it's all like snapped together and whatnot, which sucks because then I'd be able to tell you. Now, I got this probably about a week ago and didn't actually take it out of the packet till today. In between that time, I was speaking to a friend of mine from work. Her father is an electronics engineer, and he's a switched on individual. He's the person that helped me out with this microphone to tell me how to do the phantom power LED thing properly. Now, he was telling me it's actually a crock of shit. He was saying that there's just no way that could really filter out things, and all they can really do is put a couple of capacitors. He said even if they did put a regulator in there, they said it probably wouldn't really fit in these tiny little cases, and he was telling me how they work and everything, and I kind of switched off and wasn't really listening to him because he kept talking, but anyway. So I thought, well, I bought this thing anyway, I'm going to use it. Now, I can't really take it back. I probably can. It was in one of those blister packs that you got to go hack out with a bloody chainsaw to get open. Okay, so here's a quick video I made. You can't really see too much what's going on, but I'll put some text in there so you know what's going on of this thing. Now, what I've done is, this pedal I've got here, this is my Tube Screamer. It is the noisiest pedal I own. Now, I know these things are cheaply made and whatnot, but this one's modified to the shit house, and it's actually a little bit more quiet, seeming I modified it, but it still buzzes for some reason. It's got all the traits of the pedals to do power supply filtering, which is just basically a 100 ohm resistor and a 220 microfarad electrolytic capacitor running to ground off the power. And I've done that in all the pedals that I've made, and they're quite quiet. Some of them buzz a little bit, you know, because they're distortion effects and whatnot, but they don't seem to buzz like this. Thing is ridiculous. Now, I don't know how loud it's gone on the microphone. It's not too loud because I don't have my amp cranked up. But if you're in a stage situation, that would be a pain in the ass. Now, I can just get rid of the buzz with a noise gate that I've got on my TC, G major I've got over there, but I'd like to avoid things if I can. So, now, but the interesting thing is, if you run this off a battery, it doesn't really buzz. There's a hint sort of buzz coming from it. You can slightly hear, but it doesn't really buzz. And I thought it was my dodgy power in my house, but it's not. So what I've done is, I've got this, and I've put it on my power supply, which is just a cheap one, to see if that made a difference. And you'll hear that it didn't make a difference. And then I put this directly into the wall, so my amp and everything are all going off this so-called clean filter thing, and it actually didn't make any difference whatsoever, which is quite sad. I didn't think it would make a difference. It could be a different kind of hum. However, from my friend's dad, who seems to really be switched on, know what he's talking about, he was saying that it's not going to stop hum and that sort of thing happening. He said the only way you're going to stop that is you get a proper professional power conditioner, which I would like, but I can't find one in Australia. You know, I wouldn't really mind spending $1,000 on something if I'm going to get clean, pure sound and my amp's going to rock every day, rather than getting brownouts, and sometimes it sounds great and sometimes it sounds like rubbish. So anyway, I'm just going to go to that clip. I'll try to make it quick so it's not too boring. But just to prove, yeah, from the dude, the salesman that told me this is going to help me with my buzz, it hasn't helped me, and I'm not too happy about it, but I'm going to use it anyway because I bought it. So anyway, guys, thanks again for your time, and yeah, until next time, bliss on.